It was very extraordinary that what had happened.
Norman Ransom, who was a motion picture cameraman in the Air Force in the 1960s, certainly remembers the historic Apollo 11 mission to the moon that ended 50 years ago today. Good evening and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Melanie Townsend.
And I'm Daryl Franklin. Jaron Spohr joins us now. And Jaron, Ransom believes Apollo 11 changed everything, right?
That's right. He says they used a lot of the information from Apollo 11 on future missions, one of which he played a small role.
I have the privilege of speaking for so many and welcoming you back to Earth.
50 years ago, the men on the mission that made history and gave the United States the lead in the space race returned back home.
I think it's one of the biggest accomplishments ever made, not only from an exploration perspective, from a technology development, because that's where an entire almost an entire nation went behind a specific objective.
Almost 4 months after the Apollo 11 mission ended, the Apollo 12 mission blasted off, and Wichita Falls native Norman Ransom was in the South Pacific and American Samoa, just in case the returning capsule missed its trajectory.
We were on a ship at the time, and we would, in case it had landed there, we were close enough to where we could go there and film it if we had to, and film the process of whatever had happened.
Ransom says when Apollo 11 returned to Earth, it was an extraordinary feat, but he believes people have become numb to those missions since.
A lot of the missions then just became just routine. I mean, people would see it on the news that had a mission today, and they'd say, oh, big deal, you know. After the moon landing, of course.
The Apollo 11 mission did so much for the future of the United States in space, all because those brave men made
one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Here's an interesting fact that I found. According to Business Insider, in previous spacewalks, the more junior crew member would venture out first, leaving the commander at the controls in case of an emergency. Following that model would have made Buzz Aldrin the first man on the moon, not Neil Armstrong.
That is very interesting. All right, Jaron, thank you so much for that story. Now, Ransom was also assigned to get video of a plane and crew captured by North Korea, and he was stationed in Hawaii working with the Corona program, where he captured video when they recovered spy satellites midair. So he's done some pretty amazing things in the past.